Welcome to the Dawn Osborne Show, Limitless Life. The big question women like you and I ask is, how do we do that? How do we have a growth mindset? How do we increase our emotional intelligence? How do we do life, business and marketing, and yet still remain balanced in the rhythm of our life and our family? Those are the questions that this podcast will answer. My name is Dawn Osborne, and welcome to my Limitless Life podcast. Hello, and welcome to another podcast with Dawn Osborne, Fearless Women. This is really cool. I'm talking to entrepreneurs today. I'm talking about the fearful thoughts of an entrepreneur. And I have had many. The biggest probably fearful thought that I've ever had personally is a fear of success. And I know that you possibly, all you entrepreneurs out there would have all various fear-based thoughts. But one of the things that I actually wanted to nut down on this a bit today. And I wanted to go a little bit deeper, and I wanted to shine the light on some, one of the biggest reasons why we as entrepreneurs, we start to get stuck. We start to get in negative thinking, and there could be some fear-based core beliefs out there. And one of the ones that really held me back, it was in relation to marketing and my marketing dollars. So my fear-based thought in my entrepreneurial life was, I have no money for marketing. Okay, and what I would do is I would create a product and a service which I would spend a fortune on. So I would do all the creative process. I would get the product. I would refine until I got it perfect in my mind. I was like, yep, it's perfect. I would have done the creation. My passion is the creative process, which I absolutely love. So there was no fear in there at all. You'll know when this is a tip for you. If you're listening and you are, entrepreneurs are very passionate about the creative process. There is very little fear in the creative process. You will find like you run like a racehorse. You're just like unstoppable up until the point that you actually have to spend marketing dollars to market what you've created. And that was my, one of my biggest stumbling blocks was spending money on marketing. It'd be like I've used my money in the development phase. Now I've got no money for marketing, and so then I would start to go making excuses, and I would start to go, well, if I put my money there, what, if I spent $100 or $1,000 or $100,000 on Facebook, or what if I don't get that, what if I don't get that money back? What if I go over here and I spend it on Instagram? I could spend $5,000 on Instagram ads, and what if I don't get that money back? So the fear would be, oh, what if I spend this money and then what if I don't get it back? So I have gone into what I call an automatic default thinking. All right. And it's a limiting belief because it limited me, because I focused on the limiting belief that what if it doesn't work and I don't get the money back? So bang, there it is. I already know the result that I'm going to produce if I keep my eyes on that thinking. So what you have to do is you have to become deliberate about your thinking. So for me, I had to go, okay, I need to spend marketing dollars on this, on this product or service. I need to. So I have to assume that whatever marketing dollar I spend is going to produce a result somewhere. I am absolutely positive and certain it's going to produce a positive result somewhere. It might not come back financially, but it will, it's going to get my brand out there. It's going to, it's like dropping a seed in the water and the ripple effect. So you might not see all the ripples at the very end, but you certainly, my belief is if I drop this seed, there is going to be a ripple effect somewhere, and I'm going to, it's going to come back somewhere. And that's the belief system that you have to have in association to marketing dollars. You have to believe that it's going to return to you at some point. If you don't shift your thinking, you're going to be sat in your limiting beliefs and you're never going to spend the dollars to get your business out there. Fear will control your actions. Your fear-based thinking will control your emotions, it will control your actions, it will control your thoughts, and you'll end up in a cycle of fear, and you will never step out and pour out the marketing dollars. You will always hold your, whatever money you've got, you'll always hold it and not release it with absolute positivity that this is going to come back to me at some point. Because in our minds we have something called what is called reticular activating system. What is that? That is like a filter system in which we receive information and interpret information. And if that is sticky with fear, then it'll be off. So what we need to do, so that's like you coming out of the old belief into the new belief. You need to be deliberate in your thinking, and you need to attach faith with the money that you are going to sow into wherever you want to plant that money in marketing. So you need to look for the evidence of success. You need to plant that money, and then you need to track it. You need to track your money and figure out what it's doing. What is it producing? Is it producing followers? Is it producing sales? I guarantee somewhere that marketing dollar is producing something successful. It might not necessarily be a sale right there and then, but it's definitely helping to build your brand, build your identity in whatever area you've decided to pour it. So one of the key things I think you need to do is look for, the little wins. Don't get disappointed if you don't get, 1,000 sales from that marketing dollar straight up. Think of it as a long-term process, and it's like, if you don't, you're going to be held captive. You're not going to move forward in your business if you stay fearful of spending money on marketing. You have to, I think it was Dick Smith actually, he's an Australian businessman, very successful, and I remember reading an article on him some time ago, and he said that he spends 80% of the money that he, his income from his product sales, he puts 80% back into marketing. So that's how important marketing is for us entrepreneurs. I don't want you to get stuck in the creative process and just be creating. There's a point where you have to market your product, and you have to do it well, and you have to take it seriously and start to pour money out into marketing, but with the belief, the positive, deliberate belief that money is going to produce fruit at some point. All right. So anyway, I hope that's helped you today. I hope that's helped you to shift your mindset. You're out of your limiting belief into a new, positive, deliberate way of thinking that's going to help you grow. It's going to help you increase, and it's going to help your business boom as the entrepreneur that you are. All right. Thanks for that, guys. I shall catch you again next time on Fearless Women.